Hello and welcome back to the Angelic Portal Guided Meditation series. This is guided meditation number 17. We'll start in about 15 to 20 seconds. In the meantime, I'd ask you to get comfortable in a seat with your feet firmly planted on the ground or seated in the lotus position if that is your preference. Lying on your bed is another option. Whichever position you do choose is perfectly fine. This will take around 30 minutes, so get yourself comfortable. And I'm going to count from 1 to 10. When I do get to 10, we'll officially start. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close your eyes for me. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we're going to start by relaxing the body. So if you can place your attention on your left leg, I'll get you just to relax the toes and the foot, and then relax from your ankle up to your knees. Focusing on your hamstring and thigh as well, and relax that also. Let go of all the tension. Feel the tingling sensations in your toes. Fantastic. Let's allow your leg to be nice and relaxed, and we'll do the same with your right leg. So place attention on the toes on your right foot and release from your ankle all the way to your knee, continuing up your leg. Just relax it. Relaxing your thigh and your hamstring also. Perfect. So both legs are nice and comfortable. Drawing the attention to the buttocks and to the groin area, I'd like you to relax those areas for me also. And we'll do the same with the stomach muscles. So let all of the tension go from the stomach. Just relax it. That's it. Perfect. We do want to bring your attention to the chest and the shoulders next as we relax the body in that location. So go ahead and relax the abdomen, chest and shoulders. Abdomen, chest and shoulders, allowing them to completely release. Sometimes we do carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We don't want to do that, so just relax those shoulders. Almost as if someone's gently placed their hands on them. That's it. Great job. Same thing with your back. All the muscle groups starting from the base of the spine and moving all the way up. Feel the body sinking into the ground almost, and let the tension dissolve. Very good. Let's relax your arms. So go ahead and focus your attention on your left hand, and then relax your fingers. Relax your hand all the way up your arm to your shoulder. You may feel tingling in your left fingers as you do so. That's perfectly okay. And we'll do the same with the right. So if you want to bring your attention to your right hand and relax your fingers, and then relax your hand all the way up to your right arm to your shoulders. That's it. Let go of all the tension. Focusing on your face, go ahead and release your jaw. Feel your eyes soften and release any tension between the eyes and your forehead. That's it. Nice and relaxed. What I'm going to do next is count from 1 to 10. I want you, with every number, to go deeper into a relaxed state of calmness. So I just want you to go that little bit deeper. So 1, 2, 3, deeper and deeper. 4, 5, 6, deeper and deeper. 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's terrific. So ahead of you, I want you to see the winding pathway. You'll notice the colours from your previous visit and see the trees as well. And go a walk on that for me. At the end of the pathway, you'll find the angelic portal is visible, and that's coming into view. Before you see that though, in all its detail, do focus on the trees. Just deepen your clarity for me. And up ahead you'll see the Angelic Guide is present as well. Angelic Guide standing next to the portal. The portal itself is a beautiful white colour with little bits of gold and silver coming from it. And as you get closer to it, please go ahead and say hello to the Angelic Guide. You'll feel unconditional love being reflected back to you, so that is a beautiful thing. I'm going to ask you now to follow the Angelic Guide into the Angelic Portal homeworld. And to do that, we'll go through the portal. You'll see the gold and silver, quite beautiful as you walk through. And then go onto the grass that you can see in front of you. As you do that, you'll see the lake take shape and the mountain ranges will be visible behind that. To your left-hand side, the two ambassadors are in front of their homes. Also present in the Angelic Portal are 7 angels, as you know, who are scattered around the perimeter of the Angelic Portal homeworld. To the right-hand side of the lake, you'll notice your own personal home is visible. And a little further around the lake from your home stands the White Room Portal. And as you already know, this is a protected space. What you don't know is that there are a lot of angels on the outside of the Angelic Portal, ensuring the integrity and high frequency of our space is protected. So this includes angels known as gatekeepers. These massive angels pay very close attention to all those energies that come into the angelic world and ensure that only beings of love can be found inside. So, turning your attention back to the here and now, I'll ask you to go over to the lake and let's see if we can see any turtles. It is a great exercise for allowing you to focus clearly. I can see the mother turtle actually, and its babies. So have a look in detail as they weave in and out of the crystals. Great work. So today we're going to go to the White Room. So I'm going to ask you to follow the angel guide over to that location. As you do so, notice what a beautiful day it is once again. I see birds are flying high in the sky above us. I also see them up on the mountain ranges, I should say, flying around. It's quite amazing. You'll notice your home is starting to come closer and into focus. We're going to pass it by, but as you do pass it by, I do want you to see it in as much detail as you can. I'll give you a moment to do that. That's it. And just go ahead and follow the angelic guide to the White Room. It is always the case that the portal is white, and you'll see it is stunning today. Gold and silver is visible in small traces. I'm going to ask you to follow the angelic guide into the angelic portal, and you'll notice that the gold and silver becomes more pronounced as you're walking through that. You'll see the seat ahead. I'm going to ask you to go and sit down for me. Excellent. And the angelic guide will become invisible, and the portal that you just walked through will now disappear from view also. As you sit in the seat in human form, you can see the colour white in all directions, including above and below. Also noticeable is that your legs, if you look down, you can see them clearly today, and also parts of the seat, just showing you how well accustomed you are to the energy. Okay, so let's get started. In front of you, I want you to project into existence your own three-dimensional world living room. So the one that is in the home that you live in. If you are seeing a living room that you don't recognize in front of you, That is okay. Don't fight it. Whatever is projected in front of you is supposed to be there. So your personal guide is assisting with you in relation to that topic. So for some of you, it will be your own 3D world's living room. Some of you, it might be a family member's. That's fine. Just go with whatever it is that you're seeing. Now, what I want you to notice is just outside of touching distance is that scenery, because you're sitting in the seat. Okay? So for us to get in to that scenery, you are going to have to shimmer, as you're aware. So go ahead and do that for me. Shimmer. And you're in the living room. Fantastic. I'd like you to see a table, maybe a dining room in the next room. And I'd like you to see family members. So they can be parents, siblings, or children, perhaps even cousins. Alive or deceased is fine. And what we're looking to achieve here is people in your life, or that were in your life, that you've known for a long time. These people are usually, as much as we love them, the hardest and most irritating for us as well. Okay? So it's very useful to do this exercise with family around. So I'll get you to see the table, a dining room table, we'll say, and just seat parents, siblings, children, cousins, whatever the case might be. Your personal guide is playing a part in this. So the home itself, see it in as much detail as you can. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is view these people from the viewpoint of the angelic portal, and then give you some viewpoints on how to perceive these people using what you have listened to in the guided meditation. It's very possible, as mentioned, that the most challenging people you know are seated around your dining room table. The reason for this is that these people have expectations of what you should be doing, how you should act, and consider themselves either outwardly or inwardly to be experts on your life. Whether this is healthy or not is really just a matter of perspective, so don't think too deeply about that. All that really matters at this point is that you can see these people in front of you. So, how do we interact with people that are most capable of altering your frequency? So that's the question we've got. Let's look at a few examples. This will be exciting. First things first, you want to get into the habit of consciously recognizing that everyone on the planet is just a fractal of the Supreme Creator, looking out of the eyes of the bodies, and they all have their own unique personalities because of the vibration that their orb is vibrating at. So let's do that. Let's see all the people around the table as having higher consciousness looking out of the eyes. So I just want you to do that. Just imagine all the people, what's looking out of their eyes is actually the same energy, the part of the Supreme Creator. Do that to the best of your ability. Okay? So that energy that is looking out of the eyes of every single person, including yourself, is what's called a Supreme Creator fractal. The consciousness, which is you, is actually paying attention and observing. Okay? Now your family members are the physical bodies that these fractals of the Supreme Creator are looking out of, just so you know. So the family members are the physical bodies that these fractals of the Supreme Creator are looking out of. The consciousness that is looking out of them is simply the Supreme Creator witnessing what is happening and recording all that happens, including the emotions being felt. Okay, so now that you've done that, we can move on to the next thing. These people who are sitting around the tables are receiving signals. Not one of them isn't. Those signals are arising from their vibration. Any one of these people could be happy or sad, calm or angry. In fact, you've seen every single one of these people most likely in states like that. So let's start by drawing your attention to one of these family members, the one who is the most family orientated, the one who is the peacemaker, the one who's happy being in everyone's company. What I want you to do is watch that person for a few moments. I'll give you a minute actually. Just see them in their traditional state of making sure everyone's happy. Okay, in that minute, ask yourself, what must their vibration be for them to be behaving in the way that they are and for them to be saying what they're saying? So, what's their vibration? What must it be for them to be behaving in the way they are? I'll give you a few moments. Alrighty. So what I want you to do now is watch this person. Okay. Just deepen it. Deepen the vibration. Notice in as much detail as you can. Probably has a grounding in love. All right, the person loves everyone, wants to make sure that everyone is having the best time possible. It's this sort of vibration that is attracting the signals which allows this person to behave in the way that they do. Okay, so the vibration is one of love, is one of family unity, and that is what attracts the signals that that person you're watching is actually verbalizing. Okay? So they're not choosing to talk about topics such as topics that are divisive and negative, because their vibration is something quite the opposite, something of higher vibration, wanting to make sure the family feels connected, and therefore the signals are such. Okay, let's turn your attention to who would be the biggest complainer at the table. However big or small their complaining might be, let's notice them. So they too have a vibration that is attracting signals. There's no difference between the first person that you observed or the second person. The person you are viewing, for whatever reason, has a vibration that is causing them to complain. Okay? So family member number 1 and number 2 are simply receiving signals. They have no control over those signals either. The signals are coming into their mind based on their underlying vibration. And then they're being verbalized in front of the entire family. So So you need to accept that neither person we have mentioned has freedom of choice in that situation. It's playing out on autopilot. Almost all 3D people on the planet think the thoughts that arise in their heads are them actually choosing to think that way. Words are often spoken without any thought, especially in group settings. So whatever signal is received is almost always spoken without any thought whatsoever. It's the vibration that is causing the sentences to be spoken. So if you have a family member around this table that complains or is difficult to be around, do remember that they are receiving signals. So if they're receiving signals, what do you really expect from them? Okay, that's probably the key point there. If they're receiving signals, you can't pretend to yourself that they're not. Okay, so there's no point in being overly upset. They don't have any control over it. Okay, so remember, it's the consciousness that is looking out of the eyes that is witnessing the family event. In fact, the whole event was created for the Supreme Creator to experience it in all of the different roles. The Supreme Creator is looking out of the eyes of everyone around that dining room table, and that's why it is playing out. Okay, it's not someone necessarily being rude just for the sake of it, not someone complaining and being difficult. It does give the Supreme Creator the ability to observe what's happening from everyone's perspective. You are consciousness, and so is everyone else. Now, that's not to say that if you're listening to someone who's complaining all the time, you're just giving that person a free pass. It could be very tiring and very annoying, I'm sure, because it's not really very relaxing to be around. However, you need to make sure you're not being a victim. You don't want to be a victim. And to do that, you start by recognizing that they're receiving signals. Okay, so you're not taking responsibility for what's being said. This person doesn't have any control. They're receiving signals on their vibration. If their vibration had changed, they would be attracting different signals. So again, if you've got a family member complaining at you, making a joke at your expense, boring you, eating too much, drinking too much, or swearing, they are receiving signals. If their vibration was different, then the signals would be different and the entire event would play out differently. So what are you going to do? Your vibration when in the company of these people can attract signals of your own that you do not particularly like because your vibration is fluctuating. So you could end up buying into a family event and behaving in ways that you do not want to. That would only happen if you're on autopilot, and as soon as the signals are coming in, you're speaking. You have to catch yourself. You have to pay attention to your signals. Pay attention to your own signals. If you're calm and practice the angelic portal principles, you will receive signals that might be irritated listening to the person and not speak them. That's using the free will. Using the free will is noticing the signals that are coming through and choosing from the signals. Okay? So you'll notice that sometimes multiple signals arise in your mind. At this stage, you use the free will. You'll probably be the only one at the table doing this most of the time. Someone who's choosing from the signals available. These are known as timelines, these things. The different signals that are available for you to choose from are known as timelines. That'll be explained later. So when you choose from the signals that arise, your objective is only to say something that you feel will keep your vibration high. That's your only requirement. I'll say that again. When you choose from the signals that arise, so you've got someone in front of you that's being challenging or difficult, notice the signals that arise. Your objective is only to say something that you feel will keep your vibration high. So these family events have multiple people. There's a lot of stimulus at times. That's why it's the most difficult setting. You know everyone so well. Okay, so sometimes a private conversation, you can contain your frequency, but if it's a group setting, the mob mentality of having everyone around the table at the same time, that's the difficult one. An extended period of time. It's easier in shorter bursts. Just be aware. So again, your only objective is to pay attention to your vibration, your own vibration. The more you act that way, the more aligned you will be, the higher your vibration will be. That's your only task. Okay, let's get one of the family members to stand. Let's imagine they are depressed and crying about something. Depressed and crying about something. See that in front of you? The first thing you do is remember that they are the fractal of the Supreme Creator that is looking out of the eyes. All right? The fractal of the Supreme Creator is looking out of the eyes. The person almost certainly thinks they are human in that state. The vibration is attracting signals. The consciousness of the Supreme Creator has basically bought into the fact that it is the human body, and as a result, doesn't even believe in signals, thinks every thought that is in their own mind has just arisen, and it's their own thoughts. You'll very rarely find a three-dimensional person thinks that vibrations are attracting the signals. This means as their vibration drops, they'll get more and more depressed and emotional. So in a situation like this, what you need to do again is make sure your own vibration stays high. You're not trying to solve a situation. What you're trying to do is make sure your own vibration stays high. The objective is to make sure it does, so it will have an effect on anyone else in the room, especially the sad, crying family member. That means no dropping of your energy, so that your energy becomes low also, and then everyone's receiving signals that are depressing. You need to remain calm and watch what signals arise in your own mind. Now, don't get me wrong, if it's an extreme event, you'd obviously have empathy and you would share that emotion. But for the large parts, you need to remain calm and watch the signals that arise in your own mind. Do not buy into the negativity. So when you do this, you're in higher consciousness, you're using higher consciousness techniques and allowing those insights, those vibrations of yours to affect the room. Signals in this state will lead to different behavior and speech, which will be loving and compassionate. You're also able to ask your personal guide for advice in your head and then receive their answer as a signal. Now, you can only do that if you're calm and relaxed. So establish your relationship with your personal guide, and in those sort of moments around the dining room table, you can always ask for assistance. Okay, you know how signals are received, but your vibration is going to have to be high enough to do that. If you do that, then you can take the most emotional person and help them to reframe. Okay? You'll be able to handle the situation in the most compassionate way possible. So that way you can get the assistance to the person, to the family, and the goal would be to help lift their vibration so they receive better signals, not to solve the family member's problems. So by that I mean, when you're holding a higher vibration, the objective then is to receive signals from your own higher vibration. You would then speak to the family member holding the higher vibration, and your aim is to lift their vibration, not solve their problem, but to lift their vibration. So you would be targeting ways to lift their vibration, because if you can lift their vibration, they will start receiving signals and be able to play a leading part in solving their own problems. Okay, so make sure you're clear on that. Keep your vibration as high as possible, watch the signals that come through, and then act from there. If you don't, your vibration will drop and you'll receive signals that are low, and then you'll just be on autopilot. Generally speaking, vibration can be affected by alcohol or drugs. The vibration that you're looking for is going to be something that you have worked at, and that's why the Angelic Portal is a great place to keep visiting. Alrighty, so as you know from your own life, when you're feeling fantastic and you're having a great time, you might even be on vacation, you might be with friends and family. When you're having a great time, it's very, very, very hard to feel depressed. Okay? And when you're feeling depressed, very, very difficult to be happy. So remember, if that's true for you, it's true for everyone else. It's not about changing someone else's behavior. It's about paying attention to your own first and foremost. Doesn't matter what someone else's vibration is doing. Do not take ownership of that. It's a completely pointless exercise. If you do take ownership of someone else's vibration, you've just dropped your own energy. And you're not going to be able to help that person whatsoever, or yourself for that matter. Okay? So at this point, I'm going to ask you to stand. It's time to shimmer back into the white room. So shimmer. Your family members, by the way, will find their own way home. And I'm going to ask you to go into the white room. So to do that, the angelic guide is reappearing. You'll see the exit to the white room is visible also. If you can go ahead and follow the angelic guide out onto the grass and look at the lake. You've done a great job. It's now time to head towards the exit point for the angelic portal. So follow the angel guide over in that direction. As you walk along the grass and you pass your personal home, I'd like you to look over the lake and notice the ambassadors. A lot of hard work has been done behind the scenes today by them. If you could thank both of them, as well as the 7 angels that are standing around the perimeter of the portal, doing the energy for all of this, I would appreciate that. Perhaps give them a wave. I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank your own personal guides. A lot of work has been carried out by them today as well, both today and in past visits actually, to get your vibration aligned to receive these messages. So thank you for their participation also. Great work. So as you can see, we've arrived at the exit point to the angelic portal homeworld. If you can follow the angel through the portal and notice the gold and silver sparkling as you do so, and emerge out onto the pathway, the winding pathway where the trees are. If you can say thank you very much and goodbye to the angelic guide, I am going to ask you to turn your attention to the room that you're doing your guided meditation from. I'm going to count from 10 to 1 and we'll wake you up. If it is daytime, you will be feeling nice and energized, ready for the day ahead. And if it's nighttime, it'll be time for a great night's sleep. Okay, here we go. 10, 9, 8. Moving your hands and feet. 7, 6, 5. Moving your body from side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening your eyes. Take a few minutes to get yourself aware and composed of where you are. You've done terrific today. Maybe a glass of water would be a good thing to do. Until next time, thank you very much.